Hello, everybody. Hi. Welcome to It's a Long Story, a place where we roll dice, we tell stories, and we create magic. We are here with all of the crew. We got a full crew tonight of the Brasslight. Everybody, take a look at your camera, wave, and say howdy.
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 Hello.
Hello. Awesome. So for those that have no idea for those that have no idea what this is, hi, we're a D&D live stream that runs every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, having 5 parties living, existing, and breathing, unless you're Timothy, in the same homebrew world, the wonderful, beautiful world of Estera. So welcome. Announcements. We are still looking for a player for our Tuesday New Moon campaign that runs every Tuesday night. Right now we have some of the players, some of the players that are here playing through some Daggerheart. So there's also kind of a 2-in-1 announcement of also, if you guys want to watch some Daggerheart, we will be on that for at least 2 more weeks is the plan. So good chance to be able to kind of watch us sort of learn through the ropes, myself included, as we're going through, and this is my only 3rd time running it. So it was super fun. I'm really kind of happy about the introduction into this little 3-shot thing that we did. Matt's character has already yelled at one of my NPCs, so which is good. Well, yelled isn't the right word. Threatened.
Berated numerous times.
Say fart one more time. What's the phrase?
Bro, let me tell you, he's just the worst.
Apparently your other players disagree with you, as that was not the plan to bring him along, and apparently I need to. So
no, he's a good character. It's just Joe as a player, I think he's awesome as a player. I love him, but in character, fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy.
No, I'm kidding. He's good. He's a good character.
So weird 2-in-1 announcement. One, we are looking for players for our normal New Moon game that runs every Tuesday. So if you're interested in joining, you can do so by going to this startplaying.games/GM/It's a Long Story. If you're unfamiliar with Start Playing, it's a really cool site for those that are wanting to jump into TTRPG games of all sorts and styles. Daggerheart, D&D, Pathfinder, Blades in the Dark, all of them. You should check it out. But if you go to that link, you'll see our stuff for anything that we would have coming up one-shot wise, as well as the opening for our Tuesday campaign. So please check that out. Let me make sure I spend at least one more week mentioning this. We will be off July 12th through the 19th. I will be out of town for camp, so we will not have any games during that week. But we will be back on the 21st. So. And then lastly, if you're wanting to support the channel, the best way to do so is to like and subscribe wherever you're watching this right now. That box that you're looking at, there's things around that box that have like a like and a subscribe or a follow or something that's equivalent to that. I don't need to explain that to you. You know, internet. You know your internet. You're a smart person. I believe in you, Peter Pan. Cool. So please do that. That helps us out a ton in being able to kind of get an idea of who's watching. Also, this is a live stream. This is happening in real live stream time. So if you're watching during the live stream and you want to jump in and say hi, please do so. Feel free to just jump in and say hi. We really appreciate having people kind of jumping in and out, commenting on how Hannah, if you don't know how to internet by now, I don't know what to tell you. Everybody in Brasslight, wave to Hannah and say, "Hi, Hannah."
Hi, Hannah.
Hi, Hannah.
Only Ryan and Sarah says hi, Hannah. Just a heads up. What was I talking about? Like and subscribe. Thank you. Live stream. Say hi. Also, you can check out our Instagram and TikTok down below, right down there, at It's a Long Story _TTRPG. Or you can see our favorite moments over the past few bajillion years that we've been doing this. No, past 4.5, 4 3/4, somewhere in there. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all I got. It feels like I'm missing something, but maybe I'm not. Cool. So before we jump into tonight's session with our crazy steampunk crew of the Brasslight, we need to get a recap of where we left off. So Ryan, please take it away.
All right. We started the session with Lysandra coming back in, being rather quiet after some heavy conversations with dear mother and her potentially contaminated father with the sickness that Lysandra had survived as a child. The group then has some kind of banter about what they're going to do next. Go to Veracia, how we're going to go to Veracia with the loss of our Gritwhip. We find out that Lysandra is having a guard come to watch over us, and that the plague is maybe making a reappearance, to be determined on the scope of what happens with that. After that, Blair and Gaspard geek out about modifying a Gritwhip with way too many accessories, wearing Gaspard out, but then having Jericho come in, potentially willing to give up a leg in order to fly with his bat wings that he stole with Gaspard. To be honest with you, I was rooting for you. A flying Gaspard
totally forgot about
would
that.
be like the star of the show, let's all be honest.
My favorite thing, a hand weighs less than a leg.
So maybe we'll reassess that decision with you, Jericho. But after that, the group then kind of disperses for the night. Not a whole lot happens until we are woken up to the rumble of multiple Gritwhips, where we see them taking off into the desert, with the exception of Flinch, who is stuck standing out in the garage. So I chat her up. We decide to head off for some soup, where the group gradually collects, and after old Manning rubbing in Finch's age, we discover that she maybe knows the location of our stolen Gritwhip. So Joe tried to give us the opportunity to make a plan, which we did not, and we walked right in, discovering Milo, who we later find out is a family member of Blair, and Blair becomes very concerned. Milo desperately tries to think his thoughts of us leaving, but he never said anything. So in we went, where we were quickly attacked by a giant ogre with a kobold riding on him, named Carrion Vesk, and several other members of this Junkyard gang. The kobold was struck down by Flinch in a miracle blow, where the party now stands over this poor kobold with the threats of being repeatedly killed and brought back to life until combat ceases or we get our Gritwhip, whichever happens first. And that's where we pick up.
Beautiful. Awesome. Thank you, Ren. Please take that point of inspiration. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure I get this. I liked this one. Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, anything else to add, guys? Okay, cool. See, we got it. Quiet crew tonight. All right. Give me 1 second.
I think everyone's either dealing with storms or heat waves.
Yes.
Yes. California just hit our beginning of summer, so we're in the 90s.
I didn't think I was going to make it home.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you guys had some crazy weather.
I was sitting at work and I looked up and it was night outside. That's how bad the storm was in like a second. And then everyone in the office started congregating around me because I'm security, and they're like, "What do we do?" I was like, "Go back to work. I don't control the weather."
I can't control the sun.
I told them, "Don't worry. If the tornado hits, I'll come and find you." And then they all started freaking out more. Probably shouldn't have said that.
Beautiful.
You know the tone of that is, if the tornado hits, I'll survive and then maybe save you.
They're like, "You know where to hide, security."
He's like, yeah, you're right.
Tornado
Stick
hits,
by
I'll
my
beat it up.
side.
Yeah.
I'll handle the tornado.
Oh my god.
Okay. Okay, this is a good one. Cool. All right. So, you guys ready to play some D&D?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's
Hell
do
yeah.
it.
Okay, great. Let's do it. We are going to start with Ophelia. Okay, so that's going to seem like a lot. It's not, trust me. Ophelia, as you awaken, it's a little bit later in the day. You are in the garage. Well, technically, you're in your kind of like bubble sort of thing in the garage. You can definitely see that there's like sunlight kind of like pouring through from the open sort of garage door. And you notice it's kind of like oddly quiet. What would you like to do?
So am I in the hut? Sorry. That's where
Yeah.
I woke up. Okay. I'm gonna peek out the windows and see if any of my so-called friends are out there.
Okay, cool. As you peek out the window, you see there is a figure that is that looks to be leaning over, like sitting in like a chair that they brought over here, and looks to be like leaning over this like tin can, with their bare foot up on their other leg, and is getting at something in his foot, like maybe like his toe or something like that. As you see Sai. Get the fucking thing. Ah.
All right. She's gonna get herself together and walk out of the hut. Good morning.
Oh, good morning. Sorry. It's my little piggly wigglies out in your face. All right. Well, I thought everybody left.
Oh, no. It's Josie? Is that right?
Josiah. You can call me Si or Steeljaw. Because of the...
Sigh.
Yeah.
Yes. How long have you had that? Since you were
Couple
a
years.
baby, or... Oh, okay.
No, it doesn't. It's metal, dear. Do you think metal grows with bone and skin?
I don't know what's possible in this world, Si.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, yeah. No, I think your friends all left you, so I think you're a part of the crew now. So welcome to the Umber's Edge.
Thank you. Where did they go?
I really don't know. The only person that I could say would definitely know would be Flinch, and she is also disappeared. You could check her stuff if you want.
Yeah, Ophelia's gonna look around, check the door of the hut, see if they left a note.
Yeah, you check the door of the hut. Gang, did you leave a note?
No, but Barb is still there.
That's true. That's true. You do see a Kieran just over in the corner, just I imagine like just the tall elegance of this creature in this corner of this really trashy part of this garage. It's like Barb fits in here, but for some reason also really doesn't fit in here. Like it's just like so tall, and just like every sort of bit of like just really kind of looks sort of like stuck. You're not really entirely sure if Barb has slept, as Barb has been pretty much standing the whole time, it seems.
Okay, Ophelia's gonna go up to Barb and pet her. It looks like they left you too, huh? And she looks over her shoulder. Where's Flinch's stuff?
Oh, it's over in Garage C. That's the third one.
Oh, okay.
You're in Garage A.
Okay.
Which is because it's the first one. Really, Garage B is like the big one. That's mine. So you can go in there if you need like certain parts, or if you need to, just have a moment sort of alone to like, kind of collect your thoughts on things, or if you need to work on stuff. It's kind of the bigger one, and then Garage C is really actually where most of the others just sleep.
I hope you have a lovely morning, Si.
Thank you
Yeah.
kindly, Miss Ophelia's. It's good. It started out great because I got it out. So, and you see him holding this metal piece.
Oh, God. Yep, looks like it. And she's gonna snap her fingers and the hut disappears. And I'm gonna walk over to Garage C.
Cool. You go over to Garage C. It takes you a little bit, but you notice like there is a bunch of like sort of like barrack style sort of things that are up here. That you see on a bed. You see there's a note that is lying on the bed that is titled. I had a good one for this. Hold on. Do not open unless I am fully, confirmably, undeniably dead. Period. Seriously. Period.
Well, we're just gonna assume you're dead. She opens it.
Beautiful. Would you like to read it, or do you want me to?
I can, sure.
Okay.
All right. So I open the letter. It says, Okay. Okay, hi. If you're reading this, I am probably dead. Like, properly dead. Not lost to toe dead. Not covered in axle grease and unconscious in a vent dead. But officially ghosted. If I somehow survived and you're reading this anyway, rude. Anyway, hold on. Anyway, this is Flinch. You know, the baby of the group. The one with the squeaky boots. The one who always flinches when Gaspard walks into a room and clears his throat like he's trying to summon tax forms. Speaking of which, if Gaspard finds this, please tell him I said absolutely nothing nice. So if you're reading this, oops. If you want to avenge me, I'd start by flipping the breaker on Freight Deck B and shouting something dramatic. You know, just in case there's something in there that remembers me fondly and wants revenge. Also, if Sai finds this, hi Sai, thanks for teaching me how to curse properly. You gave me power. Now, the thing. The secret thing. So, under my cot, there's a small crate labeled Gear Teeth Loose. Please know, it is absolutely not Gear Teeth. Inside is my collection of heroic one-liners I've never had the guts to say out loud. Like, picked the wrong day to mess with a girl who can solder upside down. You just got scrapped by Flinch, baby. Do I have to go through all these? Okay. Wrong wire, sucker. Meant for if I ever defused a bomb. There's over 40 of them, written in different colors. Some have sound effects in parentheses. I was practicing, in case I ever did something cool enough to earn one. Please do not read them out loud, or do, but only if you do the voice. You'll know the one. Alright, that's it. If you're reading this, thanks for giving a damn. I hope I did something brave, or at least useful. If not, at least I died near something shiny. Flinch, aka Bolt Girl, Ratchet Snack, Junior Clicker, etc. P.S. If I survived and you read this anyway, I am filing a formal complaint with Carrion or haunting you, whichever comes first. I think that's it.
That's it? Thank you very much, Rachel. Or excuse me, Ophelia. Ophelia, give me a history check.
I got a dirty 20.
Okay, great. Okay, with a dirty 20, I would ask this. Ophelia, how many... You're pretty good at being able to kind of read between the lines on things, right? I would say, especially in like letters, like sort of like that secret sort of like thing to it. You feel like Freight Deck B is a weird thing to have in a desert. So you feel like that is possibly code for something.
Yeah. Okay, so that is very weird. And then obviously directing her towards the box under the cot. So she immediately starts rummaging under to see if she can find it.
It is exactly what it says it is. It is a bunch of one-liners that are color-coded in case there's ever a point in time where she is able to convince the group to do more heroics than Gritwhip stunts.
So she flips through them. I mean, I guess it could come in handy. So she takes those. Freight Deck B. She kind of turns around and looks around the rest of the barracks. Is there anything that catches her attention?
You see, there's definitely like there is one person here that I would say is probably like a sort of like a disheveled looking male figure that you haven't really seen. I'd say even in, like, he might have been in the background while you were walking around, but he looks to be kind of like, he has this very much like this sort of like drunkard sort of look to him, with this like very heavy beard and like heavy like kind of like long hair, long disheveled hair, and he is full like facing away from you, sleeping in. Other than that, there's really not many other people here.
Oh, he's sleeping? I don't know. Okay. Alright. Then I'll take that letter with me and the one-liners. Poke around. Is there anything else fun in her stuff?
No, it's I would say for Ophelia, no. It's a lot of like tool parts and like things that are like kind of like small mechanic stuff. You notice that there's a lot of things that look to be like designed around like what Ophelia would kind of imagine to be like MacGruber like bomb defusing kits, like that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
MacGruber is a real person in this world now.
No.
Okay. Then I'm gonna wander back outside, take a look around.
As you wander outside, you see you hear this kind of you hear this kind of like strange sort of like grunting sort of sound from garage A. I'd say like if you're waiting long enough, you hear like, okay, no, okay, all right, let it go. Let go. Let go. Ah! Let it go.
She's gonna go back to garage A. That's where I was, right? That's where we woke up. It was garage A. Yeah, she's gonna quietly go back up there and just kind of peek and see.
You see there is a particularly shiny sort of piece of kind of like curved metal that looks like it's probably like metal plating that that is possibly supposed to like go on like the shell of a Gritwhip somewhere, that is right now being held in the teeth of Barb as Sai is trying desperately to get it out of their grip.
Sai, so sorry to interrupt. Can you please show me to freight deck B?
Why do you need that? Can you help me? Just this. This Kieran is I was trying to pet it, and then I had this, and I guess it's shiny, so.
Okay. She goes up, gives a wide berth to Sai and whatever he's doing, and then just kind of stands next to Barb and is like, there.
Okay. Roll me an animal handling check. I'll say with advantage.
I got a nat 20 on animal.
Okay, cool.
Why not?
Cool. There is a moment that I think you see. You see Barb immediately lets go of the metal and kind of turns and looks towards the direction of you tapping. And I'll say with a nat 20 in the animal handling check, you think that there was a possibility that Barb thought you were either putting something on her or pointing out something that was not clean.
I mean, I think we're good now. You just kind of brush her off.
You see just like
So
a couple
anyway.
like licks over there. All right, okay, thank you. All right. Why do you ask?
Oh, I'm here to avenge Flinch. Not Flick. Flinch.
What happened to Flinch? We just got Flinch back.
I don't know yet. I just need to go find Freight Deck B.
You need to go find Freight Deck B?
Or go visit it? Something. Look, I'm just trying to be helpful. Where is this place?
Is that where Flinch went?
Hmm.
Some bitch. Oh my god. All right, get in. And you see Sai immediately kind of just goes and runs off, doesn't wait for you, runs off to Garage B. And about 20 seconds later, you hear this.
I step out to see what he is doing.
Comes up in this very, very dirty, like fully decked out, the clearest representation of function over fashion. Just like heavy sort of like metallic sort of rungs here and there. Does not look safe at all. All right, you gonna get in? What?
Sorry, before I touch this, is there a possibility my friends are with Flinch?
God, I hope so, because if not, she's definitely dead.
Okay. And she climbs in.
Cool. All right. Yeah. Oh, okay. Don't touch that. I was meaning to clean that. Sorry.
I won't.
All right. Okay.
I won't.
And you speed off. As you were speeding along, I need to get like a sound for like while a car is going. But as this heavy engine is going, you hear, "All right, so Freight Deck B, what do you know about the Bolt Vultures?"
Nothing.
Okay, all right. Yeah, that makes sense because your dress. Also, sorry, that was probably on there before.
No.
So Freight Deck B is our kind of like code name for filthy dumpster buzzards, which is. You get it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So they suck.
Clever.
Yeah. But so we'll go there and just see, if she's still alive, but if she's not, then it doesn't make sense to do anything but turn back around.
Okay.
I mean, I hope she's alive.
I hope you have a strong stomach.
Oh yeah, it's half human.
When you were a baby, or
Yes, the metal in my stomach grew because of I can't go on with this joke. Never mind. All right. And we use speed off into the daylight. We'll pause you there. Meanwhile, we are in our. Is this a thing? Yes, this works. Great. Cool. But that's not the sound I want. Let's do this one. Okay. Lysandra, you are you have. I can't remember what I see you're holding your sword, right? But your sword is. You tell me how you're standing over Carrion.
I imagine she's probably got her sword in her hand still and her shield out, but she knelt with her sword hand to touch him for the 1 HP so he didn't die.
Cool. You got it. Go ahead and give me a. I don't think this is a medicine check. I will say this is a. I would say this is a sleight of hand check.
To do what?
To basically just be able to handle that situation in time to the point of him coming back up.
18?
Okay, cool. 18 beats the 11 that I rolled. So yeah, you as you're standing over Carrion, I would say there's definitely a moment where the battle is kind of like continuing sort of around you, as there are some people that are not aware that Carrion was dead. So I would actually like everybody here except for Ophelia to roll me a perception check.
I imagine she dropped to her knee, like on him, to both hold him
Perfect.
down and heal him. So
Yeah,
she's
that
on
makes
one
sense.
knee.
11.
Okay.
10.
That's an 11.
7.
Wow, guys. All right, cool.
You have the battle map still?
Yeah, I mean that I will say with the especially for Timothy, because Timothy was really kind of like facing that whole situation. Jericho, I'll say with 11 you could see this scene, but Timothy with that 11 you can see Lysandra with that knee over Carrion, and you definitely see Lysandra touching Carrion and trying to bring him back up. I'll say, I mean, honestly, Lysandra, you're like, this is kind of in your space here. You can, like, your eyes can make contact. You can, like, try to say something here of, like, trying to kind of make this clearly sort of, like, stop.
Yeah. If I see this, I'm gonna, because I don't know where I was on the battlefield in relation to this, but I will start making my way towards this scene.
Yeah.
But purposely not getting in between Lysandra and this. I'm just getting a closer view as to this scene.
I think as soon as she dropped, Lysandra would have just shouted, like, enough, nobody needs to die today.
Okay. You got it. I'm going to say, Jericho, roll me another wisdom save. There is a tricky sort of piece to this, because you're technically frightened still.
And that one.
Okay.
If he dropped unconscious at any point because he was brought
You
up,
weren't frightened of him.
enough.
You were frightened
Okay.
of the Cyclops,
Okay, then I guess I'll stay where I was then.
which is technically still alive. So this is where we bring it to Timothy. And Timothy, I'll be honest with you, that Cyclops is okay. That fortifies this. The Cyclops does not seem to have the concept of stop in their vocabulary. So you see them starting to get back up.
Can I ask what that guy's name was again? I totally forgot it. Who am
Carrion?
I? Well, Carrion, thank you.
Yeah. Carrion Vesk. Get it? Carrion. Kiki, do you get it?
I do.
Okay, great. Timothy, you're muted if you said anything.
I'm just trying to figure out what to do here. Okay. Oh, I forgot. How does this work? Sorry, I'm. Bonus action. Okay. I'm going to use the bonus action to extend the rage.
Okay.
And shout toward the Cyclops. Your leader is almost dead. And this girl is going to... I don't know. Maybe kill him, maybe not. Kneel.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me your choice, either persuasion or intimidation. I'm gonna say the
It really
DC
doesn't
is-
matter. Both are really bad.
DC is 16.
Oof.
Yeah, there's no way that's going to happen. I get anything for rage? Probably not.
I'll give you I'll allow you to use your rage bonus for this. I think that makes sense.
What is that, 2? Okay.
I believe so.
Nope.
Fair.
That's a 12.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you see this Cyclops continue to sort of get up, looking at the how we have our last initiative set up. I'm going to say Jericho.
So
Go
the
ahead.
Cyclops was 10 feet in front
Right.
of me because I threw it through the glass.
Yeah, and it has
Jericho
to get up.
was
So it has-
about, I want to say 15 or 20 feet.
Yeah,
to
like 15
my
or 20 feet behind.
southeast, up on the thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I will say this. I will give kind of like an option for others to sort of get involved here, but there is a point where it is almost kind of Timothy versus the Cyclops. As the Cyclops is getting back up. Cyclops is very hurt. So this is a situation that I would like to think is an initiative between the Cyclops and Timothy. But if someone wants to get in the middle here, we can keep that same initiative order.
Could Blair help Timothy?
Yeah, I mean, Blair technically goes before Timothy. But if there's something you want to do to help, yeah, for sure.
Could Blair get her whip and like Star Wars goes around his feet to try to trip him to give Timothy the advantage?
I love that. Yeah, that's great. Cool. So here's what's going to happen is following that initiative order, the Cyclops would be able to move first. So it would be Cyclops, Blair, and then Timothy.
Can I ask, would Lysandra yelling "Nobody needs to die here today" do anything?
Not to the Cyclops.
No,
to everyone
for sure.
else, yes.
Okay.
It's the Cyclops. That's the problem. Yeah, I would say, Lysandra, as you're yelling that out, you see pretty much everybody else kind of at least pausing. Whether that's to see if the Cyclops, wrecks you guys enough to be able to be like, okay, we'll continue, doing this. But I have a feeling. I know how this is going to go, but we'll see. Okay, so Cyclops comes up first. Does it spend half their movement getting up? You were 10 feet away. That is just enough. The Cyclops moves very slowly. Just enough to be able to get in range to you, Timothy. But you are raging, and that is a 16 to hit on the first hit.
No.
Cool. So misses on that. It's a big swing. Second attack is a 17 to hit.
Very almost. It's an 18.
Okay, so both of those miss. Bonus action kind of like lets out a final sort of roar. Timothy, go ahead and roll me a wisdom saving throw. Is there anything with
Nat
range
1.
that- Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. No, strength and dexterity. No, wisdom is nope, nothing. Okay, nat
Okay.
1.
You got it. They nat one. I think for Timothy, the idea of like being frightened in this situation might manifest in a different way, but I'll give it to you. Basically, you are of the frightened condition. But if there's a way you could think Timothy is making these attacks with disadvantage before his Blair's turn.
Frightened condition. So it's just disadvantage, right?
Yeah, disadvantage to checks and attacks while source of fear is in line of sight, and you can't move closer.
Can't move closer, but it's literally in my face.
Right, you won't need to.
Okay, so I think Timothy actually drops his gun. Like, he was kind of shocked almost at how, like, this thing literally got in his face and roared, and it made him drop the weapon out of his hand.
Okay.
And then he's gonna punch him in the face.
Yeah, you got it. Before you do that, just because technically, so Blair, you wanted to do something, and technically, Blair, you go before Timothy in the initiative. So
Seeing all this happen, Blair's like, oh shit. And knowing the bigger they are, the harder they fall, and wants to help Timothy, she pulls out her whip and just tries to wrap it around the leg to trip him.
Okay, cool. So let's see. Is there any? If there is a D&D thing for this, I want to make sure. This may be grapple.
I mean, there's a battle master maneuver. That's the trip attack.
Right. Yeah, I mean, this is moving a little bit more outside of the box here on this, so I think I'm cool with.
Yeah.
I would say, like, because you get 2 attacks per action, so we could call this a grapple and shove.
Okay.
That makes sense. All right. They still have the old rules for that on D&D Beyond. That's very annoying. Okay. I know I ask this every time. I promise I will remember this, but it is.
Target must succeed.
Are you looking for the grappling rules, Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I got
have
you
it on my
here.
character. Yeah, it's on my character sheet.
Is it the newer rules though? Didn't seem like it was the newer
I'm on
one.
Legacy. The target must make a
Legacy's
strength-
older.
I just put it in the
So
chat.
on 2024, it has to be in melee range, and you have to okay, pretty much the target gets to choose either a strength or a dex saving throw. If it fails whichever one, then it has the grappled condition.
And the DC is
10 plus
it's 8
your
plus
proficiency,
proficiency
or
bonus plus strength.
is it 8 or 10?
8. It's 8. I'm wrong.
Okay.
8
So
plus
8
proficiency bonus plus strength.
plus 3 plus. Okay, cool. I'll say because this is the whip and because you're trying to use this with the whip, I'll allow this to be a dexterity thing for the DC on this. So 11, 5, 16. So DC
I am
16.
Pretty
Go ahead.
sure you have to make an unarmed attack first, though, to see if you hit.
Yeah, that's what I thought the big difference was, right? Yeah. Okay.
Because it's under unarmed strike. You make a melee attack that
Mhm.
involves. I found the
Thank you.
abbreviated notes.
Yeah, it's in the character sheet thing. And it's exactly what you had too. With the DC 8 plus proficiency bonus and yada yada yada.
Yeah, so you have to hit first.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll to attack. Your unarmed strike is +5, it looks like.
Yeah. 14.
Okay. 14.
Or sorry, 15.
15. Okay, cool. Yeah, that hits. Let me get that dice cam out. There we go. Okay. That is a 16 on the die, and these boys are heavy. So fails on the grapple. You can try to grapple again if you'd like.
Okay. That's better.
She's gonna get a nat 1 and grapple me by accident.
No, I got a little bit better. 12 plus 5. That's a 18.
18? Yeah. Yep. So it definitely hits. I'll switch my die out. Strength. 15 on the die. So you see Blair, you go to try to throw your whip around this creature's legs. I think there's also like a thing of like trying to get the whip around both legs is kind of like really the difficulty here. So you're able to kind of like bring one in, and then you are dragged forward with the rest there. Okay, cool. Timothy, Timothy, it is your turn. This thing screaming in your face.
Is he grappled or not grappled?
Not grappled.
He's not. That's fine. I appreciate the effort, but it wasn't actually necessary. He's going to reckless attack, which gives him advantage, which should cancel the disadvantage. So this should really just be a straight roll.
Oh, excuse me.
That's not going to do it.
What'd you get?
10 on the first one, a 22 on the second.
Okay. Second one definitely hits.
So it's 8 points damage.
You don't have any rage stuff with that?
Oh, it's an extra 2. 10 points of damage.
You were doling out crazy stuff last time, right? Oh, because this is because with your hammer?
I mean, all the weapons have, like, special things, and then his gun does a little extra.
So what are you attacking with?
My hand. Punching him in the face.
Oh, okay. All right. That will not take it down, though. So that first hit, boom. All right, we are still through a full round. Okay. So 10. Yeah, still up. All right, this creature is still up. So I would say in this regard, anybody who wants to be involved in the... I'll just kind of continue to run through the list at this point. Lysandra, it is your turn after Timothy. You have this creature under your foot. It is kind of a gamble at this point whether or not you want to release off of Carrion to help out here.
I'm gonna stay kneeling on Carrion and whisper down. Can I get like a vibe? Would she think that was his friend or his tool or his like? I want to know what he thought.
Can I get the source of their relationship?
Can I get the lore?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, roll me a lore check. No, roll me an insight check.
I got a natural 1.
Cool. You're pretty sure this is Carrion's lover.
Yep, I've seen Baldur's Gate.
Yeah. Yeah, you've seen Citrus played Baldur's Gate before.
Oh my god. Okay, she's gonna stay kneeling on him and say, no one else has to die today, but they might. And she's gonna cast Compelled Duel on the Cyclops.
Okay.
So I'm gonna need a Wisdom saving throw from the Cyclops.
All right.
DC 15.
I'll just keep this sucker out here. No reason to hide these rolls. Oh, unless I missed the box. It's a nat 1, baby.
So he is now disadvantage on attacks against creatures other than me, cannot move more than 30 feet away from me willingly. And they have to make a wisdom save to move more than 30 feet away from me.
Okay. Interesting. All right.
And then she's just going to shout at the Cyclops and just say, do you want Carrion to die? Is that how you want to do this? Surrender.
Well, damn it, Kiki. That's okay. You took that nat 1 and said something that could actually be a thing. Not. No, never mind. I won't explain. Okay. Yeah, you see the Cyclops kind of like looking sort of like back and forth between Timothy and Lysandra. And you see in response, the Cyclops is going to start to move towards Lysandra here.
Can I, because Compelled Duel is a bonus action, so could I have used the Influence action, which is now actions in combat, to make a persuasion check against this guy?
Against the Cyclops?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an action I can do in combat. Influence.
I will say, I will say this is. Oh, he's kind of dumb.
There's a guidance in the actions too. If they're willing, unwilling, or hesitant, I'll put it in the chat.
Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. Okay, I see that. I will say it is a DC. I'm going to say it's a DC 18 persuasion check with disadvantage. So it's possible.
Even though they got a nat 1, I still have disadvantage.
The nat 1 was against whether or not they want to hit you.
Joe, is he moving outside my 5 feet?
He will be. Technically speaking, initiative-wise, it's Flinch and then Jericho and then the Cyclops. I was really kind of saying like the Cyclops will be moving on their turn towards that. That's what I was trying to say. But yes.
Just dragging Blair with him.
Yeah, dragging Blair literally with him.
So
is he technically leaving mine?
Yeah. Lysandra, did you get?
So I wasted a natural 20, but I did get a 19 total.
No way! You really?
I have a +7 to persuasion. I got a 12.
Okay.
A 12 and a natural 20, but
incredible. Yeah, okay, cool. So I think you see this Cyclops kind of takes a step forward and then is trying to kind of size you up, and the Cyclops is trying to do math on if it could reach you quick enough to kill you before you kill Carrion. And it's very bad at math. So it's kind of just stuck right now. I think the idea of this Cyclops who I don't even know. Yeah, they can speak, right? Technically. Oh, they only have one language though. You hear this Lysandra, do you speak Giant?
nope.
Or does anybody here speak Giant? Does Blair speak Giant?
Is a giant. You have to remember that.
Uh-huh.
Okay, cool. Oh, so much lore is being built today. All right, so that's a 10.
Didn't think the Cyclops was going to be this important, did you?
Yeah, I did not. You hear? Okay. Everybody here hears. Blair, you hear. Don't kill my father.
Ew.
Yeah.
He's saying don't kill his father!
Then he needs to put his weapons down.
1 sec. And she's like, "Arr!" and says, put your weapons down.
Blair, please take a point of inspiration for that. Hannah, no. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you succeeded on the persuasion check. The Cyclops drops. I think it's holding a giant mace, like a morning star. I think. Drops it. Incredible. That's one way to do it. Yeah, I mean, technically, it would be. I will say, technically, following the initiative order would be Jericho's turn first. But Jericho, if you're watching this, and you're frightened of this creature, it's your call.
I mean, if I'm so frightened I can't move anywhere, and if he's dropping his weapon, I'm not going to attack him. So I guess I'll just stand here. I guess
Okay.
in this moment.
Yeah, you got it. So with that, we are out of initiative. Just as we hear this, pick up, and we see. I assume Ophelia running into the scene.
I don't know about running.
Yeah, that's fair. I will tell you guys, we are all out of initiative now. So, Carrion definitely says, "Not my son."
Not my problem.
That's fair.
Ophelia comes picking her way through. We are in a junkyard, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Picking her way through
nasty.
the junkyard. And just yells, "You could have left a note!"
I left Barb. You probably
Barb
could have
doesn't
gotten her
talk.
back. But she knows where I am within a mile, so she could have brought you here.
Oh.
But it's fine.
Okay, I'll
you-
remember that next time.
You hear a voice into the deck go, "Holy shit, you're Ophelia Hargrave."
One and the same. She's looking around.
Okay. You see. Oh, come on.
Timothy is going to bend down and pick up his gun and then reload it and then put it away.
Yeah, makes sense.
Oh, and he's going to try to find his hammer too that he dropped before.
Yeah. So yeah, like Timothy, you go to do that. You're like kind of like turning. You're kind of having to. Well, you don't have to turn. So you kind of like take a step back from this Cyclops. And you see the Cyclops just, but then allows you to walk back. Cool. Ophelia, this is the creature you see. This tabaxi figure that is kind of hiding under the deck.
Blair, do you know this cat?
Wow, that is so racist.
Blair's just dusting herself off and just getting all the dirt out of her mouth. I don't know if you could have heard him, but yeah, that was very fucking racist. But yes,
It's
I
true,
do know
but-
him.
But it's true, yeah.
Not all tabaxis know each other.
Okay, but you two do. Just to be clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Milo,
I
are you
realized
okay?
Can I see him like peek his head out?
Come on, get up.
You sure?
It seemed... Yeah.
Okay. And you see him looking down at Carrion, who is staring daggers at him. Okay. Yeah. And you see him like fully like seemingly like walking on eggshells, trying to kind of move around the around the scene without making any sort of noise or anything. But he's also coming closer, so yeah. What is Rasa and Jericho doing in this moment?
I feel like there's like a half circle around Carrion, hanging around. So I'm gonna like bring myself and roadkill up to Carrion, and I'll like kneel down to him. We're looking for a working Gritwhip. Think you got one to lend?
Yeah, all right, yeah. Can you have your friend get off my throat?
Well,
Jericho, you're the frightened fades.
yeah, maybe we'll see if this Gritwhip works. Gritwhip works. Where's it at here? Our friend might go check it out.
Which one is it?
Where's
Sorry,
my
what was that?
gun, by the way?
What?
What did you say, Joe?
Oh, which one is it?
I don't understand what you're asking there.
Which one is it?
Oh, it's the one you tore apart over there. I don't think that's any good to us. I'd like one that works, if you don't mind.
I don't think it's your style.
Blair, do you care what style it is?
Nope.
Okay.
I care if it works, so I'm gonna look in through all the hoods, and I have Milo by the arm, and I am pulling him away from everything.
Get off me. Off.
No, you're coming with me.
Before he gets up off the ground,
Oh, he's not getting
Timothy's gonna reach down. Oh wait, I'm sorry. He got up.
No, he didn't.
He's not.
Yeah,
I'm still
Milo
kneeling on
is
top
the one
of
that's
him,
getting
yeah.
pulled.
Timothy's gonna reach down, just kind of 2 fingers, wipe some of the blood off his face. Was it Finch? Was the young girl?
Yeah.
He's gonna just wipe it across her face and say,
Okay.
That's rather unsanitary.
Flinch, Flinch, like sees what's happening, and just closes her eyes and accepts it. And then Lysandra says, "Shut up! I'm being knighted."
That's not, in fact, how that works. I would know.
That's how you get knighted, Lysandra. Flinch did a good job today.
Hey, thanks. Thanks. Wow, I feel. Is this wow. And you see her just go and like throw up behind the second area of like. There's just too much adrenaline.
About that Gritwhip.
Yeah. You can have the trader can show you where it is.
Okay, Blair, you want to go check that
I'm
out?
already halfway there.
You notice that Milo is fighting you a little bit more in this moment. And Timothy, you see that Milo has his goggles on, but you see him take them off as he looks at you. All right, get up, stop.
No.
I know you.
I'm gonna look directly at him.
You were on the table this morning. You're.
What table?
A table. That's what you heard I said, and you thought the table was the interesting thing, the part of that?
Well,
It's a nice
I've known
table.
him-
You always do this. You always say like you choose the one thing that I said that was like the least interesting thing that I talk about, and you have that be the a table. You want me to explain what the table is? It's a table that has that robot on it.
That can't be right because he's been with us the whole time. So, and you need to talk to him like he's not here. His name is Timothy. If you want to talk to him, fucking talk to him.
Okay, I was trying to talk to him, and then you were talking to me about the goddamn table.
Cause you're not making. Why the fuck are you here?
Why the fuck are you here?
Where's the
I
table?
point to Ophelia. I'm being blackmailed by that person.
That makes sense. Okay. Yeah. All right.
And she tends to get shot a lot.
You've been shot?
Yes. And I pointed the gunshot, the arrow in my shoulder.
Oh, that's the same place we got you when we were younger.
Yeah. There's a theme I'm seeing here. Speaking of which, where the fuck is Otis? You two are always together. Is he here? Milo?
Do you want to see you?
Where's yes.
All right. Would you like me to explain anything about the table to you?
You don't have to be such a little dick about it, all right?
Just wow. Okay. And you see, I think Timothy, Blair, and Milo kind of walk off. Also, like all of the figures here that were like had weapons all around, they all seem to have like full on like spider-like crawled back into like hiding places. Like they're all just like kind of like crabbing their way into spaces. Some of which are like you clearly like they're gone, like you can't see them at all, and then some of them are clearly visible.
So, what did I miss?
Someone who thought he could perhaps stand up as a thief against us.
I guess that's one way to look at it. You are walking in on my turf.
You did steal from us.
A Hargrave.
Is this the man who stole my car?
He is, in fact, Ophelia, the one who stole your car.
Excuse me. I am way above stealing cars at this point.
You are the one in charge, which means accountability lies on you.
I can't argue with that.
You didn't see the coat of arms? That it was a Hargrave vehicle, sir?
As previously stated, I was not the one that took your vehicle, so technically no.
But you're the one that received it. So I'm thinking
yes.
this is my territory now.
Okay. Yeah. That's the Hargrave way, huh? Yeah, all right. I mean, nothing I can do about it. You got your... God, you are so big. Can you get off me? This armor is... This is really heavy.
Are you done fighting?
Long pause. Yes.
Well, I only got a warm-up, and I have plenty of healing to bring you back if we need to teach you another lesson, so behave.
Okay, in that case, I have a couple other weapons hidden that you might want to grab.
All right. She's gonna take all his weapons from him.
Yeah.
And then let him stand.
Beautiful. Yeah, we have, meanwhile, we have Jericho, who's been like kind of like stuck in this sort of like state for a moment that I think you're just sort of like kind of coming out of. I apologize. I will be right back, but please feel free to RP without me. I can hear you.
You okay over there, Jericho?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine. So we're getting a grip whip, or are we torturing people now, or?
We're getting a grip whip. That was not torture. It was humane.
Okay, that's fair. Okay. Are we gonna kill anybody else here and bring them back as well, or anything else?
Not unless they need it.
Yeah, I think that's up to Carrion. Carrion?
I think he.
I think he's done.
He agrees. I think he's learned his lesson. Ophelia, you did find us, though. Sorry, you were sleeping, so.
Yeah. I did. I don't know. Was there a dead Flinch person here somewhere? Or...
This is her. She's not dead.
Oh, hey. What's going on?
Star of the show for tonight.
You're alive. Good. And Ophelia comes up and just hands her all the letters and the one-liners. I read this. I assumed you were dead.
Oh no, she's gonna hit Ophelia.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. I was looking for my friends, and Sai said you might know where they are, so I went through your things.
She's gonna KO her.
Timothy, you see Flinch look at you as if like,
Oh, I already left with Blair.
oh, that's right, you're gone. That's
Gone.
right. Shit. You see like looking for like a moment of like the person that knighted her might be able to kind of give a go ahead on this.
Is there a problem, Flinch?
Oh, don't worry about it, Flinch. He's got all the secrets on all of us anyways. So far,
Takes-
we're still doing okay.
The bundle of papers and just.
There are some good one-liners in there.
If you breathe a word, I will end you.
Oh, I'm sorry, you'll what?
I will end you.
I think I'll end you, little girl. Have we met?
I'm a warrior now.
I'm a Hargrave. Back up.
Roll me an intimidation check.
That was a good line.
Oh, that's a good roll. Plus... What am I doing? Intimidation?
Yeah.
24.
Okay. God. I think there's a good chance that Flinch didn't know that you were a Hargrave.
Mm-hmm.
So I think when you say that, you see her eyes kind of widen. Yes, ma'am. And you see her just kind of walk off.
Nice to meet you, Flinch.
You see a hand wave.
So, shall we find our new Gritwhip, Carrion?
Yeah, I thought Blair was gonna go check it out, but then he went somewhere else.
Are you guys letting Carrion up?
Very slowly.
Okay. There were so many blades you took off of Carrion. Like, so
That's
like,
what I've been doing this whole time.
Yeah, that whole time. And there are a lot that you know, like Sandra, like are placed in like uncomfortable places to the idea of like how long the blade is compared to like where it is, and like this must have been hurting every once in a while and carrying it like this. And you're pretty sure that Carrion didn't know that you guys were coming. So this guy just walks around with all these blades strapped to him all the time. Yeah, so after all that, ooh, okay, all right, yeah, You got it. You got them all. All right. Yeah. All right. Fine. Look. Hey. Maybe we could work out a deal.
I thought we already had.
Yeah, the deal was we left with a working Gritwhip.
Sure. Yeah. And if that's all you want, then that's all you need, I guess. We can do that, or we can work out something a little bit more beneficial to all parties.
Such as.
Well, goes over to Lysandra, the worst one to have this conversation about. Goes over to Lysandra, just goes like, maybe we should, away from
Okay.
money sign.
Okay, sure. I can still. If you get me alone, you will still die if you try to fight me. I want to make that clear.
I wasn't. I mean, I don't have any of my weapons. So.
Okay, well, lead the way. I've seen dumber things.
You say, as both of you guys walk past the Cyclops, just. You see Carrion just go, all right, so listen, so you're obviously, you're making some sort of deal with this Hargrave, right?
How is that relevant to what we're discussing?
Well, I have known the Hargraves for a long time. And I think we could make a lot of money, you and I, if we do things the right way. No harm will come to her or anything. Unless that's something that, like, I don't really feel like doing that, but, like,
And what is this right way? In what way do you think we would make money?
So, not only is that a Hargrave, but that is the Hargrave. That is pride and joy up until recently.
Yes, very good observational skills.
Yes. So, Big Daddy Hargrave might pay a lot to, she could be in on it too. I don't care. I'm just saying there might be, some good money to be made in saying that, if you want to see your daughter alive, sort of. And we could really theatric this up. I mean, I have, oh crap, what's his name? I have Scrag over there. I mean, you didn't kill him, so that's good.
Well, Carrion.
You can call me Carrie.
I will not. Why don't I... Let me explain something to you.
Okay.
I came in here to get a Gritwhip. You threatened violence and tried to kill me and my companions. I spared your life, and we've ended combat peacefully. Where in all of the time since I've known you did I give you any inclinations that I would be supported of kidnapping, exploitation, bribery? Let's look at the steps one by one, and she's gonna start gentle parenting him to his miscalculations of her.
Okay. There is a big factor to this that is coming down to the idea of a creature that doesn't, a person that does not understand, because you're now saying that you're not interested in making money. You know what I mean? Like, so he's like, so you're not. So
I don't
you're
need
rich,
money.
Or are you a Hargrave?
Do I look like a Hargrave?
No,
No.
not at all. Not even a little
I am
bit.
not
Actually,
a Hargrave.
like, you and her are like the most opposite. Like,
No, I am not a Hargrave. I have no need of money. And you are rapidly testing my patience.
okay, I'm just trying to offer a business proposition for you. If you're stupid
You're
with money,
trying
that's
to-
fine. But I just,
I'm not stupid with money, I'm just not lacking.
that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to be honest. I don't understand. All right. Okay, fine. Yeah, all right. I mean, are you in the market for, weapons?
Why don't we go back to the group? I believe Rasa would be the one to answer that question more so than I.
Okay. Is that the tabaxi?
No, that is the old cowboy.
The little short guy?
No.
Okay. Oh. Yeah. Okay. The guy that was kind of standing over. me.
There's only 6 of
He
us.
was
It
in
can't
my-
be that hard.
He was in like the sun was right in my eye.
The tabaxi's okay.
We'll pause you there. Timothy. As you follow Blair and Milo, you get this sense of a feeling that you're not very familiar with. It's like a churning sort of feeling in the area where your stomach would be. You've only felt it once before. As Timothy, you are overcome with the feeling of hunger. Focused on something ahead of you. As you see a large clump of metal and wires that share that same rusted complexion, we'll call it. As you get closer, you see the metal plating. The familiarity of it from the torso. This Warforged is missing arms and legs. But the head. All you see little dents that ironically kind of match some of your own that you've taken from this recent fight. Timothy, for you, it's strangely like looking in a mirror. There is talking that is happening around you from Milo and Blair, But I think in this moment it is truly drowned out in whatever this feeling is that is enveloping your cybernetic senses. What do you do?
I want to look closer. I want to. Is there a marking? Is there a serial number? Do I remember anything getting closer to it? I almost imagine like him almost cradling the head of the of the Warforge to look closer.
Yeah. Give me a religion check.
That is a 3.
The 3, there's a moment of something, this sort of like staticky sort of thing that kind of comes up into this like almost sort of where I imagine to be this like kind of like frontal lobe sort of feeling, where you feel like you see something as if a scene of moving down the line on something, but it's so static and distant. It's something is blocking it. There is a memory here that is trying to come through, but it is being blocked by whatever damage happened to your brain.
Is this creature in front of me just dead?
Full offline.
I kind of want to see if, since I actually saw myself in the lab with Halise, I want to see if the internals look similar to mine. And I imagine seeing her open me, I would have an idea how to do that.
Where do you start?
I imagine right at the chest.
You open the chest and you see there is a you hear this kind of like, you hear the voice of Milo trying to kind of like saying something in opposition of what you're doing, but Blair responding quickly to kind of push him out of the way of this. But you're not really hearing what they're saying as you are able to lift that cavity, and you see there is a moment of dust and little sort of areas of like trapped smoke of something that was long held back by the rusted pieces of metal to hide the damage within. Whatever happened here happened a long time ago. But this body was, I'm trying to think of the word, mutilated from the inside a long time ago. You see wires that are stripped apart, ripped, shredded in places. You see that there's some that are tied in knots that are absolutely not supposed to be in that way. You see missing compartments. Timothy, how does that make you feel in this moment?
Terrified. That's a very unusual feeling for Timothy.
That's the torso. You know that the model number will be on the inside of the face mask of this Warforged.
Yeah, I think I would open up the head, the faceplate.
Okay. As you do, you feel, just as you even place your hand over the face, you feel a wash of that same, an intensity of that hunger, that strange alien feeling, kind of like push, almost like a rush of blood that you don't have. There is something incredibly important underneath the face of this creature. Something that they tried to get to, but couldn't. Do you continue?
Absolutely. Yeah. Right away.
I'd like you to give me your choice, either a sleight of hand or investigation check to be able to take this apart without damaging.
I'm sorry, you said sleight of hand?
Yeah, sleight of hand or investigation, your choice.
Oh no, I'm definitely damaging it. It's a 7.
Okay.
It's still coming apart.
Yeah. As you do, there's that moment of just noticing this little sort of, this bolt, this like kind of bolt that has been, it's not a bolt, it's a rivet. Someone riveted this piece in as if they were able to get a portion of it out, and instead of putting that bolt back together, felt it was easier just to this. Even with the idea of this creature being offline for all of this, it is still, I don't know if this is for Timothy, but this is an abomination of what has been done here. But you know, to get it out, you have to pop it. You're going to damage the robot. You do so.
Mm-hmm. I need to know.
This moment, there is a deep sort of shadow that is shown over this area here. That is kind of, there's a huge mountain of just junk that is kind of blocking out the sun in this direction. So we see nothing but these sort of like dark sort of orange, like yellow orange of this area around this still desert-like environment. But as Timothy opens the face, Timothy, Blair, Milo, you all see as the light gets reflected off of your face, very white, blue light. As you see in the center brain core. A cracked piece of dominion. Blair, you see this as well?
Oh. Timothy? I don't think you should have done that.
Timothy's going to reach out and touch the core.
Describe to me what it feels like in your hands. In your fingers as you touch it.
I think even though this unit is long corroded, there's like a warmth to it. Almost like a tingling singe, actually.
Yeah, I think a lot of what you're experiencing and feeling is that your original question that you asked me, whether this creature is dead. Can one truly be dead if this part of it is still glowing?
Can I? Does it look like it can actually detach the core?
You can. It is difficult, because you also see that it is cracked. And Timothy and Blair, you both know. Whether Timothy is able to kind of like come to terms with that is completely up to you. But you both know that this is a highly explosive substance.
Milo? The tall lady with white hair, can you come get her right now? Like, right now? Get her right now?
Okay, yeah.
Like,
all
run and get her right now?
right. And he runs off.
Timothy? I don't think
Blair,
we should touch this.
Blair, roll me a D20.
Mm-hmm. 6.
Okay. Tabaxi's run fast.
Mm-hmm.
Continue.
I don't think we should touch this.
I just want to understand.
I understand that, Timothy. I understand that more than anybody. I would love to understand, but this thing is cracked, and I know Ignite is highly combustible, and the way Lysandra made these things out to be is way more powerful. Like, just watching you try to open the head, I would not feel greatly comfortable with you trying to do that to that. I would feel more comfortable with Lysandra, and I hate to admit it because she actually knows how these things work. I don't want to put my hand in something I don't know how the wheel's turning, if you know how I mean.
Joe, would I know if it was possible to connect this core to me?
The possibility of it is something that mechanically I don't think Timothy would be aware of. But what I will tell Scott is that there's definitely some sort of way that you feel called to connect to this thing.
So I'm actually going to look at Blair and say, before Lysandra comes, and he's going to actually unlock the faceplate for his face.
Okay. Terrifying.
Connect this into me.
Oh. You're asking me to play a really dangerous game here, big buddy. If this thing didn't have the crack on, I may have done that. And I just asked Milo to go get Lysandra, and the last thing I want her to do is see me fucking with this thing and attaching it to you.
Think of the glory. You've wanted your name.
Oh, Timothy, I appreciate this, but I don't know if this thing will kill us all and explode if I do this, or blow your face out. Can I, like, look at the core and see, is there a way to attach it to Timothy's? That if Blair would know how to do that?
I'm going to actually ask Sarah to explain to me why Blair in this moment is being so cautious from the Blair from 3 days ago who was walking around with a bomb in her possession.
Blair, the second Milo entered this picture, Blair's like, I've lost one brother that I'm responsible for. I cannot be responsible for another brother's death. Him being here is like really fucking with her. Like, he really just wanted him out of the room with this thing cracked, and to get someone who knows this.
That makes sense. Yeah. Scott, we're getting some weird sounds from your microphone. I'm just gonna mute you for now. Yeah. Before I answer that question, I would ask Blair what you would like to roll to have your innate, unencumbered level of curiosity to overcome your sense of familial responsibility.
What she would roll?
Yeah. What would you like to roll?
Oh, God. What would this be? Can Blair insight herself whether this is a good idea or not?
I like it.
Oh shit, dirty 20. I rolled a 19 plus 1.
Okay. This is dangerous. This is extremely dangerous. And it's more dangerous than the idea of this Warforged next to you is obviously not worried about passing, and Blair, you're not really worried about it, but for some reason something's different, something's changed. And danger now spells danger, not opportunity. You don't get as far as thinking, could I? You're stuck on the should I. And I think for Blair, it's a level of should not. At this point would be enough for anybody who wants to come running to this scene. Certainly can. With Blair most likely giving us I would imagine Blair kind of giving a hand, like, don't come too close, like that sort of thing.
Yeah. Timothy, I get, like, you're not worried about this, but to people who can expire pretty easily, this may kill us all if I touch it. As much as it pains me to say, Lysandra is the one to ask about this, and Lysandra should be the one to deal with it. Like,
Lysandra will take it away. And I need to know.
And I get that. I would like you to know too. I think you, among everybody, has the right to know what this guy's doing here and what happened to him. I do. But now, and it's certainly this is not the place. I promise you, once we're further out from the city, later tonight, you and I can go further from the group when we're camping, and when I can look at it when we're far away from everybody. You have my word. You wouldn't want Rasa or Jericho to accidentally get blown up by this thing if I or you mishandle it.
I think when you mentioned their names, he stops for a second. You're right. He closes his faceplate and he stands up
I promise.
and he picks up
I'll
the
make
body
sure, Lysandra,
and he walks off.
this is yours.
Okay. Timothy, you walking out into the desert?
with the body.
You got it. Blair, you turn and see the faces of your party.
Lysandra?
Sorry, I couldn't hear. I heard part of that.
Yeah, Scott, I think it's your
Lysan-
mic, actually.
There's been a little, discovery. It seems there was another Warforged that had, and I'm looking at Milo and making sure that thing you had that you shouldn't have had was in one of these things, and Timothy wants to connect with it, but there's a giant crack on it, and I told him no, and he's taking it out to the desert.
To be clear, you guys were here for the back half of that conversation. Like, you guys are probably like within 50 feet. Anyone who wanted to be.
Well, I have made it clear how dangerous that is, but I don't think he would listen to me. And I look at Rasa.
I think he's gonna do what he wants. Why don't you let me and Timothy head out to the desert and talk about it? We're not gonna
We-
stop him by talking.
We'll get the Gritwhip ready, I suppose.
Okay. Lysander, do you want to link with me, and then I'll
Yes.
follow Timothy out.
The moment you need anything, call. Or speak. Oh. Hi, Joe.
We're losing everybody around here.
We're dropping Wi-Fi signals left and right.
Like flies.
So, Timothy, you walk out. This is still technically the Umber's Edge. You're not far from the desert, and I think from this scene we see Timothy walking out with the remains of this very old, not brassborn, or forged.
I think as soon as I can, I'm actually going to try to hide.
Okay.
I don't want to be followed.
Okay. Yeah, I was taking off after Timothy to try and find him.
Okay. I'm going to say let's put it less as a Say, Timothy, go ahead and roll me a stealth check. And Rasa, go ahead and give me a perception check. Someone following Rasa, my screen cut out.
How would you feel about survival instead?
It doesn't matter.
Sure.
It absolutely doesn't matter. I rolled it.
Hi. 7 per perception, 10 for survival.
Okay. I'm going to say with that nat 1, Timothy, you feel like you're able to maybe get away, move quick enough, kind of, try to maneuver your way around some of the alleys that are still left over here. But what I will say is I think you make it to the desert. And Rasa, if you're aware of where Timothy is, are you making your presence known right now?
I think I will yell out, Timothy. Doing this on your own?
I don't think you can help me with this, Rosa.
Can you do this by yourself? Or do you need somebody to help you?
I don't know. But I need the answers.
I'll help you. I know, understand we're taking a risk together, but I'm willing to do it with you.
Okay.
And with that, we see two old friends walk out into the desert together. And with that, we'll take our 10-minute break. See you guys in 10. So, meanwhile, as that very tense situation is going, I'm so sorry, my dog is whining to get into the. Sorry, Mom is home. I have no idea why they're wanting to see me right now, but whatever. Yeah, as you're kind of like seeing like Rasa sort of like run off and sort of like tend to that. I would say Blair, you hear Milo say like, for the record, you don't have to hide that from me. I know what Dominium is.
How the fuck do you know?
Because I'm out here, Blair. I'm
What?
out here,
Again.
living it.
Why the fuck are you here then?
Because why did you leave?
There was nobody's left and 2 points I wanted. I didn't want to be on that fucking ranch of my life.
Uh-huh.
Well, I always thought you guys would stay. You seemed no interest of leaving.
Well, then Leo left. Where is he, by the way?
Did he leave with you?
No, I left after him.
How long have you been out here?
A while. Answer the question, Blair.
Blair's just like immediately looking at her feet.
Do you guys know?
I don't know that name.
Leo, my brother. Our brother.
Blair hasn't told us about Dable, has she? Only a
No, Ophelia has
Jericho.
something, I think. Oh, is it Jericho? Damn it. Okay.
Ophelia knows the name
right, it
Leo.
was
She just
Jericho.
doesn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna say anything.
Ophelia's, I don't know.
He's dead.
What?
He's dead. He died, alright?
Oh, Blair, I'm so sorry.
He died on the fucking train.
But the train... But it didn't work.
What? What didn't work?
How do you know he's dead?
What do you mean, what didn't work?
How do you know he's dead?
I'm just gonna grab Milo by the scruff. Milo?
Yeah, I think you guys go into a full-on, just full cat fight.
Oh yeah, full cat fight.
Yeah.
Milo, I swear, were you involved in this?
I was aware.
Did you give him the fucking bomb?
No, I didn't give him the bomb. What do you think I am?
Where did
But
he
he-
get it at?
He wasn't supposed to die. Why did he die? How do you know?
I was fucking there. What did you get him and your... What did you get yourself... What did you two get yourselves involved in?
Is he really dead?
Yes. He died right fucking in front of me now. Milo, what the fuck did you two get yourselves involved in?
He was with the FP.
And that is?
Fair and prey, of course.
Yeah.
What are they? Some kind of extremists or something?
Something.
Leo believed they were revolutionaries.
Well, look where that got him. How did you get involved in this?
I wanted out. So I tracked down Leo, and I knew you would be I don't know. I just went to Leo first. And he gave me a job, and I ended up here, and I was gonna go back, and then just something told me not to.
What something?
I don't know. I don't know. I just stayed here longer than I thought I would. And I ran into these guys who are my friends. And you see like a couple more faces like kind of like just pull themselves like further into their scrapyard holes.
Milo, like, did you like try to steal from them? Are you actually involved with these people? Like,
No, look, they do some really incredible work here. I know there's let me show you. Okay?
all right.
And you see Milo, who I think like Carrion is, I don't know. Where would you get would you guys let Carrion off on his own, or where's Carrion?
Absolutely not. Carrion
Okay.
is on a baby watch, or he's being babysat by Lysandra.
You see at that, like Milo says, like, let me show you. And Carrion just goes, wow, okay, that is really, you are dead meat. You are so fucking out of line.
You were saying?
Let's do business, is what I was saying. And you see Milo and Carrion walk you towards the back where your Gritwhip is. And you see there is a significant amount of there's a lot of sounds that are happening here with like heavy sort of flame that is kind of like coming out like imagine not to spoil the immersion, but like very much I'm thinking of like the like Peaky Blinders walking through Birmingham sort of like thing where there's like a lot of like heavy sort of flame stuff that's kind of like pushing out, and you hear you also hear these like you hear these torches kind of going off and this like heavy sort of metal on metal sort of shaving, scraping sounds as both Milo and Milo trying to keep a safe distance, but Milo and Carrion are walking you through the workshop here, where you see there is a there is a couple of strange looking figures. One of which you see is a tiny, small for a goblin, a tiny little sort of goblin that looks more gray than green, like kind of closer to like a very like very stony gray. Who lifts up a full like welding torch helmet and just kind of like looks at you, and you can see his like giant sort of goblin nose. It just comes back to what he's continues to work on stuff. You see there is another goblin that kind of runs by that has kind of like an average sort of build and look for a goblin. You see there are two figures that are kind of like staying up over the top. They kind of like look down, and you see their faces seem like bird-like, but they have these like kind of like plague mask sort of looks to them as they look kind of like over and see you, and just kind of like look at each other, almost in perfect synchronization, and then go back to keeping watch of something. And then you see, excuse me, you see a someone who kind of looks a little bit like Jericho in a weird way. A halfling with deeply like wrinkled face that is like kind of sitting. He has like a little bit of a beer belly and kind of sitting and working on this like kind of tiny little mechanical contraption. So those are all the people that you see. You see, along with that, you see there's a significant amount of mostly machine made, and like I would say for those that are aware of like the those that have like expertise in weapons sort of stuff, see that a lot of it seems to be like there's some cutting corners here for sure, but it is like it's scrapyard weapons, but some of them do look to be pretty impressive looking. There's also a lot of machine work that's being done on Gritwhips here. Also, for the sake of continuity, I feel like Sai might have just dropped Ophelia off. Because I don't think Sai would make sense in this scene right now.
Did he pick up his little wayward flinch and leave?
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Yeah. Found flinch, kind of ran off. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Trade
sure.
seeds.
Yep.
That conversation going home is her telling him, "I'm a warrior now.
I'm a warrior now, Dad." Yeah. I'm 20 years old. So yeah, so you guys see that there is, I would say, like definitely Blair. You see there is a level of potential here that is impressive.
Okay, I'll admit. It's got something.
Oh, please, thank you. Don't go on.
I was trying to have a conversation with my brother.
That's your brother?
Yeah.
You guys look nothing alike.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
All right, well, you guys seen my my breather? Kind of need it. Can we go back and get it?
I think Lysandra has you on a leash.
Let's go grab your breather then.
Okay, cool. This is where you you find out that I did make a character that has asthma. You're welcome.
Thought you were gonna
yes,
say
very-
this is where you find out that the desert's exploding in the distance.
Yeah, maybe. We might have a Fallout
He has
type
asthma,
like
but he
moment.
works in a factory thing with
In a
smog.
junkyard.
Yeah, Sarah, because people with asthma want to do things too,
Like run criminal organizations.
like run
Okay.
criminal organizations.
Run chop shops and stuff like that.
Yeah, like run chop shops, exactly. So yeah, comes back, gets his like sort of device that he puts on that makes him sound a little Darth Vader. He just it's pretty cool, huh?
This is another symbol of the lacking in the medical advances that. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're telling me I really I wasn't nearly as menacing before I had to use this. And then I was like, actually this has some uses.
Of course it does.
Yeah.
She's not intimidated by him at all.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you just took him out, but yeah.
So we can pick any of these, right?
I wouldn't. I'd say like there's a little bit of this conversation probably happening with like, well, yeah, Blair, you'd be focusing with Milo, so Milo would be like, I wouldn't. I would just do business with these people. Look, they're
Well-
not. I mean, they're criminals, yeah, for sure, but they've also done some good work.
Well, they stole our Gritwhip, and they took it apart already, so we need a new one because we gotta leave the city soon to go to fucking Sarah's forgetting the name.
Yeah, but okay, all right, and Miss Hargrave, with all due respect, because I've heard a lot. And that's a good
Voracia.
thing. But they stole from a Hargrave. In the idea of the kind of criminal underworld, there's really like that's more of a pat on the back than anything.
Yeah,
Sorry.
but she's not like
looking at
the other
Ophelia.
others.
Sorry. Okay, how would we know that?
I have fucking no idea. I don't live here.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying, Blair. If you would open your ears.
My ears are perfectly fine.
Yeah.
And she just flicks his.
Ow, fuck. She had
Yeah.
really small ears when she was younger. Everybody made fun of
Pissed
her.
the bed until he was 5.
No, that was Otis.
Right, that's what you say. And Otis says the neck, and always says it's you.
We were sleeping in the same bed that time, so we couldn't prove. That doesn't help. Never mind.
We need the fucking Gritwhip, and you guys took apart the one we had. So either you help me put the thing back together and making it functional again for us to leave Madura to Voracia, or Lysandra's gonna tell your boss we take another one of these things.
We could do that.
We need stable operational vehicles to get us to the next city, I suppose, at the very least, or further, ideally. So, you do want to give us something that will travel a great distance. I'm sure you don't want me coming back.
Do you
And some
want...
ignite for the travel too.
Oh yeah, we got that in spades. Do you want one, like, big vehicle?
Yes, we
Okay.
lack a sufficient number of operators for more.
All right. Okay.
Hey, you, Rossa and Blair can do shifts. Nobody else should drive it.
I love that. I think from there we're gonna pause from there. Yeah, we only have one driver. Timothy and Rasa, you guys head out. Timothy, you know what this could mean for you. And I don't think that's a factor that really matters to Timothy in this moment. And you explained, you tried to explain to Rasa the danger of this, right? But he can make his own decisions, I guess. How far
Ross,
do you
are
go?
you sure you want to take this risk?
I'm getting old, Timothy. You are too. You'll learn a little something here.
I've lived too long not to have answers. I need some kind of answers.
This might be as good of an opportunity as you get so far. When's the last time you've seen another of your kind?
It's been too long. I don't know. Longer than I can remember.
So, how's this work?
I wish I knew. Maybe you can look and see if there's somewhere that it could connect to. And I'm guessing we're somewhere that I could place the body down. He's going to open up the headpiece so Rasa can look inside.
Yeah. As you do, Rasa, you're staring at a cracked piece of Dominium. Timothy, you see something that didn't catch your eye before because of what you were looking at underneath, but something that you were wondering and just got, sidetracked with the idea of cracked Dominium in your face. You see there is a serial number. I'm trying to find it. 1 second. Sorry, apologize. Thought this would be easier. Okay. This is me a different spot. I apologize. I'm sorry, gang. Please continue to feel free to talk amongst yourselves. This is going to take me a second. Thought I had those.
Hey, Timothy, why don't you lay down next to him here and let me just take a good look around here. See what I can see. Compare the two of you together.
I think No, Timothy will do just that. He'll actually take off the faceplate, the headpiece for himself as well. And lay down and let Rasa get a gander.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just kind of kneel down at the head of Timothy and this other Warforged. I just kind of look around, and I want to like just tentatively like slowly put my hand on each of the Dominium brains. Yeah.
Okay.
Just kind of feel and see if there's any kind of connection for me, just to connect with it.
Okay. Give me a. Did you say you were physically touching it?
Yeah, I mean, if like like if I get close, just if there's a sensation, then maybe I'll back away. But just trying to get my hands in there a little bit, feel around.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Nice. I'll take a 21.
Okay. The 21, you feel that there is some sort of leakage that is coming from this cracked sort of source. Whatever is inside it has this version of this like kind of like very viscous like liquid that you're able to kind of you're able to kind of get your hand away fast enough where you only take 9 points of I would say probably poison damage. Yeah.
Okay. And I'll start to look around to see if there's some sort of cable, a port, wires that are loose that look like they might join together.
Okay. Yeah, you give me an investigation check.
All right, 19.
Nice. You see there are these kind of like strange sort of like I would say the best way to describe them is they kind of like look like kind of like the clamps that you would put on like for like heart rate monitors and like things like that, but it is all kind of attached to this sort of strange rock. And you see there is actually with the 19, you see there is two that are seem to have slipped or have fallen off of that main power source. And you think with a 19, you think that those could be used to try to make that connection to Timothy. But I'm going to message you something.
Did you ever figure out the serial number thing?
Yes. Yes and no. Let me send this and then, yeah.
think I'll grab a hold of those prongs. I'm just gonna try out maybe reconnecting them to the places that it looks like it maybe fell off, and just try and understand what that does in itself before I test it on Timothy.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, what you are able to determine is what I told you and what I said, what I sent you with that.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try and reconnect them.
To what?
To
That's what I was sending you was another choice that you could do.
yes, I want to reconnect the cracked Dominium core to the supposedly dead Warforged.
Okay.
Yep.
You got it. All right. Must have put this in a weird spot that now I can't find. So I will find that as we move forward here. But, God, it's like it full disappeared. That's really annoying. Okay, I'll just do it again. You see lights start to kind of flash in the sort of like eye spots of this of where the of what would be channeled through that faceplate sort of thing. And I'm going to have I'm going to actually have Rasa and Timothy. I need both of you to roll me d20s. If you get 18 or higher, the machine will turn on. If you roll a nat 1, it is extremely bad.
6.
Okay.
Got 5.
Okay. You see this sputtering sort of...
Okay, Timothy, I think I know what cables to connect to you. Looks like it maybe attempt to power him back on, but I think he's just too rough a shape. Last chance for you.
I need the answers.
Okay. Do we,
this is, sorry, finally found this serial number. EV-P01-04.
I have a question here. Should I disconnect you and then connect it? Or should I connect you all together?
Connected together. I'm hopeful that I can have a conversation.
Okay. I'll start trying to wire Timothy up.
Okay. Rasa, roll me a sleight of hand check. Don't roll in that one.
All right, dirty 20. I'll take it.
old man getting new hardware is really like, you got to consider that to be a story beat for Rasa, because that's really what's happening right now. Incredible. In another life, Rasa was a scientist. So incredible. Timothy, your eyes go dark. Rasa, you see Timothy for the first time since you've known him to go offline.
Is there any sort of reaction between the two Dominiums?
Roll me an Arcana check.
Seven.
You have no idea.
Okay, I'm gonna leave it be for right now. Like maybe something is happening between the two of these, and I don't know.
Okay. I'm going to ask you a question, and this number could be a dice roll if you'd like. How long does Rasa wait?
I think Rasa waits all the way up until nighttime, like until we can't be out here anymore.
Okay. With no sign of life from Timothy.
What do I do? I'm gonna roll. 4 hours is what I rolled.
Okay. All right. Did you roll a d4? Okay. You won't need to wait that long. I'll tell you that straight up. So, knowing that. Okay. Timothy. You have this very strange moment where your body seems to kind of wake up in a state of very strange stasis. You're able to perceive around you, but you're not able to move your body in any way. You see there is, almost through like a fisheye type lens, that has the same sort of like what I imagine to be like a little bit of a like red sort of tinge given your eyes to everything that as you see there is a figure that is that has some like kind of somewhat sort of splotchy skin, little kind of like tiny hairs on his chin that looks like he hasn't shaved in a long time. White hair that seems to kind of extend out and go into different sort of areas that just really are kind of clearly a man not taking care of himself. You see this figure get extremely close to your eye, like basically kind of like fully taking up your vision, and you see this silvery iris around that has like a hint of purple in it as he's looking in. All right. Cognitive functions look good. I'm sorry, old boy. You EV4? I don't feel right giving you all names just yet. If you can hear me. EV4. And you see him kind of move away and start to kind of come back to his like sort of table of like a bunch of like little tools and things like that. You see there's a moment where your red sort of tinge seems to kind of like spark blue for a second. And then fade back to red. Timothy, anything you'd like to try to perceive or understand in this moment?
Is this? Are we still out in the desert, or is this like a lab?
You're in a lab. You're in like this weird memory. A memory that I would say you kind of are starting to sort of figure out that it's not your memory.
Yep. Do I see Halise?
You do in this moment, as she just kind of comes into view here. Okay. Much younger looking. Still short. Like but that same sort of like look of, but I would say like she looks like she's like in her like 20s in this. Okay. Vital signs look good. Great. Same with the others. Is there any other signs that you want me to? Emery. Anything else you need me to do tonight? Like feed you? No. No. At least I'm fine, thank you. Professor Vargas, with all due respect, you look like shit. We'll decide not to answer that. Thank you, Halise. You can go. Okay. Comes back to the scene, looks in. Some people just don't understand. Don't understand what I'm doing. But you will. And that memory fades. Another comes back. You see a flash of blue once again, and there is a number of other Warforged looking just like you. And you see they have numbers marked on the side of their heads. As you look to your, like, as you feel your head kind of turning left and right, you see 3, and looking right, you see 5. Timothy, there's a little bit of you that like straining to sort of see, like, if I can see further down that line, can I see 18? But no luck. As you see before you is set a cage. No bottom to it. And you see there are figures that are walking, that are kind of like walking to and fro in the like sort of background of this, where it seems like everybody, like all of these robots are having a cage being put in front of them. And you see, like, you feel your head kind of look down at it. Empty. Wire cage. You see a figure come into view. of what I would describe to be this very sort of very like broad-chested figure that is walking, hands behind back, heavy sort of thick sort of coat that sort of drapes around, that has a very like has a very militaristic sort of look to it. You can see epaulets on the sides, and you see a very like a steel gray sort of buzz cut, very like deep sunburnt skin, that is kind of like pacing back and forth in front, as you see from the very end of the sort of hall that is kind of like walking up a little bit, kind of like checking, doing last minute checks on some things. You see Dr. Vargas. Right. Comes up to you. EV4. Just need to do this test and then we can go home. Okay? This further down the line. Announces to this commanding officer. Seems like everything's in working order. Great. Bring in the test subjects. And you see there is this this sort of like covered sort of large crate where you can hear these sort of like squeaking sort of sounds as each one is covered and then placed in front of this covering of the cage in front of you. As this is happening, there's a clear sort of sense of there is some small rodent under here. All right. Test number 1. Begin. All of them come off, and you see this little mouse peering through the cage, looking at you, just trying to kind of like desperately sort of walk out. And then you see a couple other like more like militaristic sort of uniform figures that have these like white lab coats sort of thing. Just okay. No change. No change. No change. No change. No change. No change. Good. Test number 2. You see the mice get taken away, and you hear this sort of like, and you the same sort of situation happens, and then begin, and you see there is a baby sort of figure that seems to actually have been probably bred in captivity, based on like some of the like sort of strange sort of like movements that you're seeing in this moment, Timothy, as you see what looks to be a oh my gosh, I forgot the name. Ross's pet.
Emberback.
Emberback, yeah. You can't do anything in this memory here, but you feel yourself pick up your weapon immediately and just dead. And you hear it. Good. Clean shots each. Very nice. Bring them back in. You hear Dr. Vargas kind of clear a certain... I thought we decided that wasn't entirely necessary, General. I will decide what's necessary, Doctor. You hear the familiar squeaks. Begin. Lift it off. No response. Kill. Nothing. Kill. Timothy, I'd like you to give me a perception check. You're muted. Somewhere.
Can you hear me now? That's a 19.
19. 1. Ironically, one number past your number. As eventually you hear a and you feel in this moment your head move in that direction. And you see Dr. Emery's on that side. You see him like kind of just 1, Dr. Vargas. 1 out of 20. I consider that to be a failure. Scrap them. Move on. Darkness. Who am I speaking with right now?
Emery? It's Timothy.
I can assure you I am not our maker. I do not recognize this name, Timothy.
EV-18.
Ah. Our successor. How may I be of assistance, EV-18?
What happened to you?
I felt you moving around in my memory banks, so I imagine that you are aware exactly of what happened to me. I was scrapped. I was a failure.
What happened to me?
All of my databases tell me that you should be categorized as scrapped along with us. But I cannot find you in the files. Perhaps you were removed last minute. You did
And
what
the
we could
others?
not. Perhaps your use was found.
Am I the only one not in the files?
No. EV-10 seems to be missing as well.
Do you want me to disconnect you?
asking me that.
Or would you like to... I don't know if it's possible, but would you like me to try to connect you with me? Permanently.
Like? I don't understand what you're meaning. We lost you again. Audio-wise.
Choice. I want to give you choice.
You want to give me choice. How human. I refuse to accept.
I don't have any other questions. Is there anything else that in the files that I need to know?
Scanning. Files? No. Roll me a persuasion check.
10.
No. No more information found in the files.
Thank you.
No need to thank me. I was of little of use.
At this point, I don't know what Timothy would even do.
Yeah.
Is he still feeling everything through the 4?
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, I would say if you want to give me an insight check, you certainly can. I'll say you have advantage because you're quite literally connected to this being. Lost you again.
With advantage.
I heard with advantage.
Yeah, the dice do not want me to know. It's a 7 with advantage.
The 7? You feel something that I think for Timothy has been a data stream of ones and zeros that have been specifically shut off in that part of Timothy's brain core. Because it's not useful. It's not anything that is going to help in the mission that he had. You feel loneliness.
since I'm literally connected to this, 4, I don't know if this is possible. I want to see if I could actually download everything, all of 4, into me.
Are you asking for this, or are you asking the DM this?
I'm asking the DM if this would be something that could be possible.
You could absolutely do that, yeah.
Okay. I think, I guess, out loud, or 2-4, whatever, however this is, I'm going to say I might have further need. And I think he's going to download everything into him.
To be of use to someone for Varisha is high honor. And you. And you feel, I'm going to say, give me a charisma saving.
It's an 11.
Okay. This is an interesting question I'm going to ask for the development of Timothy as a character. I apologize for if this pulls him from immersion, but 11 is a failure.
Mm-hmm.
Is the failure, this is your choice, is the failure a failure to protect against the negative feelings associated with EV4, or is the failure the inability to allow that part of Timothy's, we say brain, but like heart, to open up?
Oh no, it's definitely he is not able to protect himself from all of the feelings that he gets by doing this action. He feels every piece of the pain of it. Yes.
Okay. You feel this surge and this cracked dominium. On the outside, Rasa, you see this cracked dominium finally start to kind of like, sort of like glow again, but then seem to look like water being pulled from it. Like it's like you're not physically seeing any like water, but like light is moving like water being taken away from a jug. And you see Timothy's eyes starting to glow blue. And you know it worked. You see Timothy come online.
Timothy? Is it you?
It is. Thank you, Rasa.
Is it safe to disconnect him now?
Yep.
You look at the dominium and something that you've never seen before, something that you feel like is probably something that maybe even Lysandra's never seen before. Dominium being run out of something. So it's just a sort of calcified, like kind of like quartz-like sort of rock.
I'll get it disconnected. And as soon as it's done, okay. I think it's safe to close yourself back up, Timothy.
Yeah, he'll close everything and lock everything the right way, and thank you, Rasa, for taking that risk for me. couldn't have asked anyone else.
You're welcome. I know you would have taken the same risk for me. Did you learn what you were hoping to learn?
I learned some things. I learned there might be one more. Possibly.
You know where they might be?
No. Somewhere out there.
Do you think Elise might know?
If we could find her, maybe. Although she was surprised to see me. So, maybe not.
Okay. Are you ready to go back?
He kind of looks at the husk of the robot. I want to bury this first. It's rusted in place for far too long. You go. I'll be there very shortly.
Okay. I can have them come here. So take your time, and whenever you're ready, I will let Sandra know where we are. And I'll give you some space to do this yourself.
So you start to head back and you see Timothy digging with his hands in the desert. Timothy, you get about halfway through. You hear a voice in your head. Why?
Because you need respect. Whether you want it or not.
Take a point of inspiration for that. We'll cut from there. Oh, that hit me right in the chest. Meanwhile, God, what were we doing? Scott just shot through my heart. You guys were checking.
Trying to get a Gritwhip sorted
Trying
out.
to get a Gritwhip, yes. Yes.
Okay, so how many weapons do you own on this thing?
Would it not be problematic entering a town with so many weapons on the vehicle?
Oh, yeah. No, you park this thing outside.
Like our last car? I say, looking at him.
Yeah. You say, you hear this,
Well, with all due respect, your last car was parked in the city. So I heard.
Yeah. What about defenses? When we were out in the desert, we were attacked by some emberbacks. Maybe something to the little defense on that. I know we're not going out into the desert, but 1 or 2 defenses would be nice.
Oh, yeah, okay. You want bug defense? Yeah, we could do that. All right. So it seems like, you're not really looking for anything that's going to go particularly fast. Just get you there.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. All right. Well, let's talk turkey here. How much? What do you guys got to barter with?
Your life?
Okay.
To throw in some extra shit, I'm just gonna take off the brooch Ophelia gave me. Would this work?
Okay. Yeah, you guys do have a bunch of like jewelry. That's true. Blair, roll me a persuasion check. Ophelia, roll me an investigation check. I'll say with advantage in the idea of knowing the worth of something.
Okay.
That's fun. I like that a lot.
Oh, I only
Ugh.
have one.
Blair's horrible at this. That's a 6.
Nice.
Investigation check?
Yeah.
16.
16. Okay, cool. You're aware that brooch is like in like the right markets worth there probably maybe like 400 to 500 gold.
Damn.
In the markets like this, definitely going to be less, because you're dealing in that. As you hear, all right, okay, so that gets like 100 gold worth, I think.
No.
I'm sorry.
You don't think I know how much my jewelry's worth?
Well, it was on her, so.
Hey!
Well, I'm telling you, this is worth more than 100 gold.
Okay. Listen, lady, I'm assuming has no one ever bartered before?
And Rasa, you're probably coming back at this point.
Fine, yes. I know for a fact it's worth 600 gold.
That's ridiculous.
So was 100.
Is that what your dad told you it was worth?
I mean, I'm shocked for even having to negotiate so far. I thought we had already come to an agreement.
Yeah. No. Look. If you want a Gritwhip that is going to get you there, maybe. Yeah, I'll give you, what I got.
I'm gonna cast Zone of Truth.
Okay. Oh no.
So it's a charisma 15 saving throw for him.
Okay.
And technically everybody in the zone, actually.
Yeah. I need rolls, gang. I need rolls.
Wait, why can't I just step out of the zone of truth? Do I
You
have to roll?
No.
I'm not
I had
gonna
to
do
roll.
Is Jericho right there?
Jericho. God, yes. I'll say no just for the sake of simplicity and like making sure
Because,
we don't.
I
give
mean,
away
not
things.
only his job thing, but
Oh,
all the
damn
stuff
it,
he
'cause I
has
would've
on.
jumped
I
over.
know. I trust me. I want to, but I think to be fair, no. We'll say he's out.
19 for Blair.
Okay.
Is it wisdom?
It's
Yeah.
a charisma.
Or charisma. Sorry.
Oh,
Excuse
then
me.
18.
Charisma saving throw?
Yes.
I got a 17.
You're good.
Thank God.
You got a 15.
Meets it, beats it. Okay.
Damn.
Damn. I was trying to fuck with him.
Yeah. I'll roll for Milo.
Oh no.
Okay, it was me.
What?
What?
I peed the bed.
Yeah. Everyone in the house knew it was
Are
you.
you?
How would you know that? We slept in the same bed.
I love
What
everyone
is
fucking
happening?
knew.
What is happening? Listen. We had already come to an agreement.
Yes. And as I said, if you want a hunk of junk that's going to get you out, which is what I agreed to, sure. All right, fine. Look, 200. That's double what I
Four.
said.
4. It's
persuasion.
200 less. 200 less than the value. 27. Oh, no. 22. 22. 22.
Okay, I was
22.
like, holy shit. He just comes back with 5.
22.
Okay. 3.
4, and I won't hit you again.
$350 and you get 1 shot.
This includes the ignite fuel, right?
This is just what we're putting into this. Is this all you guys have?
That's all we need.
Okay, says you.
350, and we get ignite for fuel for at least getting us to Veracia.
Or whatever the next town is, not very sure, right?
Look, okay. All right, here's the other thing, too. We have orders for other people you don't need to know about. So,
God, I wish he had failed.
I know. I was like, that's nasty. That's not going to be good.
other people you guys don't need to worry about. So this is going to take some time. I mean, we just don't have the manpower, you know? Or woman power. That's a colloquialism that
Yeah.
I don't agree with.
Ophelia, well...
You guys know that
What
there is a very good mechanic that you could bring in to help out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gaspard would be good.
Okay. How about we throw in our own pair of hands and we skip to the front of the line?
Depends on the hands.
Gaspard?
Deal.
And he's
check.
not like gonna permanently work here. You can't keep him. He's going wherever
You
he
didn't
wants
say
to go.
that.
16.
16. Gaspard is surprisingly well known.
All right.
You didn't say. Okay. All right. Well, we didn't shake on it, so I guess. All right. We get him for a week.
No. He works on this for this specific project. And he is his own man and gets to choose where he works.
He is his own man. He gets to choose where he works, but we need him to work on one other project.
Also,
He
you
gets
can't
to-
like hurt. Go, Lysandra. Sorry, I was cutting in.
No, go ahead.
Also, you can't hurt or kill my brother for like turncoating on you during the 5.
You get 1 week.
Only if he works with Gaspard throughout that week. And then they can leave together. Sorry, Gaspard.
If we have you ask him, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
Actually, so true.
Yeah, Lysandra, you gotta take one for the team.
Okay, so for clarification, you're gonna give me Gaspard, and I don't kill Milo for a week,
And he gets to leave.
and he gets to leave in exchange for having Gaspard for a week.
Yes.
They both get to leave after a week.
After a week. Done?
I suppose I should go ask Gaspard to assist.
Oh, well then why am I making this deal with you?
It's okay.
I have
He-
no. Sorry.
No, no.
I didn't know what Joe said. I was just going to ask what you said.
I said, why am I making this deal with you?
Well, I'm not staying for the whole week. Obviously, the deal is made. I go get Gaspard.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. He better come, or else the deal's off.
He will. And I look at Ophelia. She's more deadly than me. And I start to walk away.
She's not
What's
wrong.
Hi. Carrion. All right.
Rasa, you come back in full view of this. I will say, Timothy, how long do you think you spend out there? You're muted. Excuse me.
Probably an hour. I mean,
Sorry, I just read
literally-
what you wrote. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking too.
Okay, cool. He's literally digging a grave with his hands. So, yeah. It'd probably take a little while.
Makes sense. Okay, cool. I'll keep that in mind when you come back in. Yeah, so Rasa, you come back to the group as Lysandra's leaving.
All right, guys. I think Timothy will be back here soon. Everything went well.
Well, like, what?
Well, we're both alive, for starters.
You're both alive.
Yes.
Okay, that's what I meant. I didn't know if, it seemed like you guys were like, maybe like good friends, but like maybe you were going out to the desert to kill him. Like, I didn't really know what was going on.
Well, I mean, I could have killed him. Not that I would have wanted to, but...
Okay. Are you sure you're not from Madura? That's like the running thing like here is like, I mean, that's why I had to do that stupid name. I mean, hi, I'm Milo. I could kill you is basically how it goes around here.
And what was that name I heard you were trying to get people to call you?
It's fine. It's fine. We don't need to go into it.
No. They had a whole thing, a list of who people were trying to call people by.
No, we don't need to get into that. That was just a, It's fine.
Scrap dog.
Yep, that was it. The scrap dog.
Or chain bite. That was it.
No, it couldn't have been. All right. Well, we should get going.
Did we get our Gritwhip figured out?
Yeah.
Yes. Lysandra's going to get Gaspard. He's going to help.
And I'm not
Do something.
dead for a week, which I didn't like was the secondary part of that deal, by the way.
Hey, you're lucky I fucking remember that these people are gonna try to kill you when we leave.
Yeah, lucky me.
Yeah, lucky me, lucky you.
I would have been fine if you never showed up.
You know what?
Hey,
Fuck you.
shut up. Hey, shut up. Shut up. A Hargrave is talking to me. Yes.
I'm going to need you to answer a few questions.
I don't like where this is going, but okay.
It's about Fair and Preo.
I like it even less.
Are you still working for them?
Technically, no. And looks at Rasa at that.
He's in a zone of truth still, potentially.
I think it's when you cast it, I believe. But correct me if I'm wrong.
Well, it's when I
Oh, you're
cast
saying because
it.
Milo's still in the zone of truth. That's
Yes.
true.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Oh yeah. Well, hold
That's
on.
funny.
Because I left. Do they have to stay within a certain amount of feet of me?
I don't know.
No, it lasts 10 minutes too. Nah, he's still
Okay.
in it. You got 10 minutes with
Yeah.
Baron Perea. Let's go.
Okay, cool. So yeah, he goes. He's like, well, I mean, like, technically, I'm, I assume that actually, I guess it kind of depends. Is that body coming back?
The
The
Warforged?
Yeah.
Nope, not coming back.
Then no, I don't work for them anymore.
Is Baron Perea searching for Dominion?
Yes.
Do you know why?
Yes. Fuck. What the heck?
Why?
Because they're trying to build an arm. What is happening?
Answer
I
the
don't have
question.
to answer these questions.
Yeah, you
Yes,
do.
you do, Milo.
I'm trying to build what?
Army.
Of
No.
you fight. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Warforged?
Something to be able to take down Baratia.
What's the army of? Warforged?
Some of it.
Where are they at?
We'll say this just keeps going. Which is
only
not
got
how Zone
2
of
minutes,
Truth
got
works,
really
but this
quick.
is so much funnier.
Yeah, you don't have to answer.
You don't
just
have to answer,
ask.
but yeah, this is funny
You
that he
just
can.
can only speak truth.
He doesn't know that. What was the question?
I asked where were they at?
Most of them are in Nexus,
What?
but they have people all over.
Is that why Leo went to Nexus to meet with a group of them there?
I don't have to answer that. Yes.
Is Eldon Price a leader with Baron Perea?
I don't know who that is. He says that with so much pride.
Did you
Have
tell
you-
them about our... Sorry, you go.
Have you collected other pieces of Dominion for them? Or was that the
No.
first one?
Didn't even know that was what was in there. They should have told me. I'm mad.
What did they tell you to do with the Warforge?
Fix it.
So they want Warforges.
Yes.
How did you get in contact with them?
I don't. Look,
Who contacted
guy,
you?
look. I'll just be honest with you guys on this part. Like, I was doing one job for them, and it was because Leo asked me to do it.
So Leo was your contact? Do you have any other contacts?
No. I know there's some that are here. I mean, there are probably some that are... I mean, there's definitely some that are in Veracia as well.
Who are the ones in Madura?
I don't know.
Then how do you know they're here?
With all due respect, Miss Hargrave, because I don't live where you live. People
Who
are
delivered-
tired of how things go for people like us. He kind of points at Blair. People are tired of how things are set, and they're tired of not being listened to. I don't think the answer is blowing up and starting over again. I really don't, but I also don't think the answer is to sit back and watch.
I think most of us would agree with you.
I definitely agree with you.
With all due respect, obviously. Stop touching me.
Yeah. Stop it.
Just continues on. In this moment, Timothy, you come back.
Still doing okay, Timothy?
You did.
Sorry.
Okay.
I am. Thank you.
Okay, not feeling, extra energized or anything?
No. No. Not that I could tell.
Wait, did
What
you
did you guys do out there?
take? What do you mean energized?
Did Timothy eat it?
Dude, did you eat Dominium?
I... Rasa was able to connect.
Wild time out in that desert.
I'm gonna say it. I think with that, we're gonna end tonight's session. Let's see you
What happened in the
guys.
desert? Stay in
See you
the
guys
desert.
next week.
Oh.